The dreams of the Michigan entrepreneur have not died. As a matter of fact, Michigan Magazine sees more and more potential, successful small hometown businesses starting up more than ever before. No longer is much of the state's workforce relying on big corporations or chains for their family's livelihood. We love these stories of small town businesses working hard to become big-time successes. On today's show, we bring you the story of a couple who brought their dreams into reality in the northern Michigan village of Luzerne. Not as one business, but in two endeavors. Dr. Gregory Thornton, a chiropractor, opened up an office to service a waiting clientele, and his wife, Mysty Berry, opened up a bakery, coffee shop right across the street. What an amazing couple who came into the community full force with dreams in hand and an understanding of the hard work and dedication needed to make dreams come true. Well, in this edition of Michigan Magazine, we're on the road in Luzerne, and we're with Mysty Berry. And with a name like Mysty Berry, you've got to have something sweet going on. And this is your shop, isn't it, Mysty?
Yes, I opened in July 1st of this year with a hope and a dream that I could bring a little bit of fun to Luzerne, someplace for kids to hang out, parents to have a good time, grandparents to treat their family to a nice after dinner dessert or pre-dinner dessert.
I tell you what, you can hear the echo in this room because you're all done making things for the day, right?
Correct.
Everything's kind of empty, but you do a lot of things more healthy than you'd find at other bakeries, right?
Correct. We use whole butter, cane sugar, and we have no partially hydrated soybean oil in any of our products. Everything is made in small batches in this little kitchen that we have.
Yeah.
And everything is baked fresh every day.
So you are truly a hands-on owner then, right?
A little too much. You should see some of where the hands flour ends up at. As we move into the colder months, we are open all year round, which is different than a lot of the dessert or ice cream places in Mayo and Luzerne. And we're going to have an offering of sandwiches and soups and pies as we move into those colder months to bring the locals again into someplace special. They could have a little treat for the lunch or dinner.
Well, what got you guys to come up into the Luzerne area and open up shop?
We were vacationing up here for a long time, and we just got tired of the hustle and bustle downstate, so we moved into our cottage that we had always vacationed in, and let our kids wanted to go to school up here, so our kids are in the school district, and we became part of the community right away. I'm a Luzerne Volunteer Fire Department person. My husband and I both participate on the 4th of July committee. We participate in the predator hunt committee, and we also participate in a lot of the athletic sports that the school has sponsoring.
So you went full speed into the community involvement here.
That's correct.
All right. And your husband has opened up shop kind of across the street too.
Right. He's the local chiropractor here in Luzerne. And we both like having our house so close to our place. It's a good thing and a bad thing, but we enjoy being able to bike to work or walk to work, and we take a side-by-side sometimes together. The cool thing about here is you'll run into a lot of neighbors, and then they'll sit down and chit-chat with you, and you'll find out what's happening and who's in need of maybe a car ride here or there. And yesterday I was just talking to a local person, and I said, have you seen such and such? I haven't seen him around town. And he goes, I haven't either. I'm going to drive by his house and let's make sure he's okay. I'll call you if he's not. So there's a lot of things like that, the good news, and then if people need a little bit of help or just understanding what's going on, sometimes you find out about it here.
There you go. But one thing is for sure at the sweet shop here is that when you come in, even though you might be in a down mood, you leave with a smile on your face.
I hope so.
And a full stomach, and good to know that you're not putting a lot of bad things into your system, right?
Right.
A lot of Michigan products are involved here too, right?
Correct. We get our grains from a location in the west coast of Michigan. We will be getting our sodas from Jones's, which is a Michigan-based product. We get Mayo's syrups, and we also get our Hudsonville ice cream from Michigan.
Oh, wonderful. So this is a taste of Michigan right here in Luzerne.
Yeah, that's probably a good way to put it. Some of the things that we want to make sure that we always do is have a warm and welcoming place for our locals. They're the ones that are going to keep us healthy and sustained throughout the season. And they're the ones that we want to see come back for goodness. Then we want to try to get a lot more involved in the community so that we can help support the community. For example, everything that is left over on Sunday night before I close goes to Lydia's Gate on Monday morning to help the homeless shelter that we have in the area. So those are kind of some of the things we're doing. We want to grow a little bit more as far as having some sales growth. We are talking lightly, my husband and I, about, what if we expanded out to, sell in certain other venues like a gas station, like the Luzerne Express, or another building where we bake here or we bake there and bring it here. So we're talking about that, but the first year is going to be the roughest for us, and we're going to just have to wheedle our way through it. And the town's been pretty patient with trying to taste some of my product and tell me if it's not good, and really kind of give me some feedback about what will sell or won't sell in the area.
What got you into the business as far as wanting to do in the baking business? Have you had experience?
No, I have no experience doing this.
Okay.
I stepped out of the corporate world when we moved up here. And about 15 years ago, a friend of mine in the corporate world runs a coffee house in Jackson. And I visited and I said, this would be so neat to have something like this up by where I was at in downtown Detroit area. And it never could, get any legs to grow because it's just so busy down there, and there's a coffee shop on every corner practically. So coming up here year after year, we realized there was no place in the dead of winter for us to go get something warm to drink, or a coffee before we left to head back downstate, or even for locals to kind of hang out and teenagers to kind of have a Friday night hangout place. So when this building came up for sale, we kind of said, wouldn't it be kind of neat to have a coffee house? And then that's what we did with it.
You just didn't do that because I know for a fact that this was not a restaurant waiting to be just moved into.
Oh no.
You had a lot of work to do, didn't you?
Yeah, you can imagine like red or orange shag carpeting on the ground. All the walls were dark. The plumbing had to be redone. There were a lot of good things and solid things about the building, but there was a lot of work inside to make it how I envisioned it.
Right. It was more or less a township hall?
Right. It was the township hall until about 10 or 12 years ago, and then they built the new township hall over on 72.
All right.
And there were still records in here when we bought the place, so they had to clear it all out. And
it was so nice being able to talk with Misty and try her sweet masterpieces. If you're in Luzerne in Oscoda County, be sure and stop by. It's located just north of the light in downtown Luzerne, across the street from the resident chiropractor's office. That's where we're headed next, to the office of Dr. Gregory Thornton, the other half of this dynamic duo.